Hi, and welcome to once more a small video about the Microsoft Builds 2026 and the news that comes out of it. In this one, we are going to talk about a little about the Microsoft Foundry, the ai.azure.com website. And there wasn't a lot of news in here. It was mostly branding and talking about things going out of preview or soon going out of preview. If you've seen my previous video, you know that Foundry is kind of rough at the moment. It's even not started to default go to the new Foundry Portal 2.0, despite it being released back in Ignite in November last year. So not much to talk about in general. It's mostly the branding of this IQ. They have made Work IQ, they have made Foundry IQ, and so on. And now they are making an umbrella term called Microsoft IQ, which probably is terrible for searching information about it. But they now have it as Microsoft IQ, and inside is all the existing IQs. And then they added one more called Web IQ. And essentially, it looks like WebIQ is just Bing Search Tool 2.0. They might want to get rid of the Bing branding, or it has a negative with many people. But if you read a little more about it, there's also some things about it, because Bing Search Tool was just something that was built as an API and was really intended for humans. And they say this new Web IQ is both a new name, but also that it actually serves the results back from the SDK that is behind the scenes in a better way for AIs to consume instead of humans to consume. So they say it's the same thing underneath, but presented in a slightly better manner. When I go to ai.microsoft.com, I don't see WebIQ yet. I only see the Bing Search tool, but it's probably rolling out at the moment, or are only accessible to preview users right now. But if it becomes better, of course, it's better for us. It's better for OpenAI, which is also using this behind the scenes. Then they talked about hosted agents, not really something new. Microsoft Agent Framework have already mentioned this in their office hours, and we have seen about it. I have tried to make a video about it so far, but while I can get them running locally, I am yet to get them working up in the cloud correctly. The CLIs that should push them up there just fails, and they are in preview. They should go out of preview in July, so I will probably take a look after summer again exactly how it works. But for those who don't know, there is, of course, the direct access of Foundry, where you just use the model and run everything locally. Then there is these agents that can be up in the Foundry portal, where you have them. They are called declarative agents. Those are those who go into Microsoft Teams and Microsoft 365. But these are new hosted agents, which is a kind of containerized app. It just seems to be that, to be honest, that just goes in and then hosts itself as my OpenAI Responses API. So this is a kind of mid-level thing between containerized apps and web apps and Azure Functions, because they should be able to close themselves down and stuff like that. But I will probably make a video at some point about it later on. But as I mentioned, beyond that, it's mostly this feature is going out of preview, this feature is going out of preview, and without really saying that any of them are going out of preview as of this recording, but they are very, very close to it. So the memory feature, the search feature, the hosted agents features, it's all about this is soon going out of preview. But for now, it's preview, and as we all know, preview in Microsoft means it's a beta version that you cannot probably build something enterprise on at the moment. So not too much about in Foundry this time around, but of course they are going for their general availability in general.